Alright, here we go again. It's Jared. I'm on chess.com, going to play a 10-minute game, no time to waste. Let's get right into it. 10-minute game, see who I'm paired up against in this game. So, I'm waiting for it to pair me up, and here we go. My rating is 1388. I'm paired up with a 1556 from the United States. And this should be a good game. I've got a fairly high rated opponent. Hopefully we'll get movement. And the game was aborted, so we'll seek another game. Start game, 10-minute game. No time to waste. Okay, I'm playing a 1538. And we have a French defense. And is knight f6 the main move, and then e5, and then c5, and then f4. Ah, is this a winnower? I don't know how to play against the winnower. Bishop d2. Okay, bishop d2. We could have takes. He takes this pawn. What do I take first? Do I take first? If takes, then bishop d2. Takes, bishop takes, takes, takes. I'm gonna give that a go. I don't really know the theory, so I'm just gonna see what happens. I'll pre-move this. So we have a French defense with bishop b4 on move 3. And I don't really know the theory, so I'm kind of just thinking about the moves logically. If I just backtrack a little bit. Obviously, if I play bishop d2 first, he can just take, and then take this pawn. But that may not have been such a bad thing. I may have been able to play like f3, and if he takes again, play knight takes, and make it into a gambit, and then maybe things aren't so bad. I was going to pre-move this. Can I pre-move that? Okay. So what's happening now? Is he going to recapture on d5, or is he going to play bishop takes knight? Okay, what happens if he doesn't recapture on d5? Or play bishop takes knight? If he plays something else, like for example knight f6, can't I just take on e6? But then bishop takes, and he's made that into a gambit. Okay, so I think I need to play bishop d2. It avoids the pawns being doubled. Is there anything better? If I play a3 takes, I don't think I want to go in for that. I'll have more pawns in the center, but bishop d2. I think I need more development. Let's go bishop d2, just to break this pin. I've got to keep an eye on my d4 pawn. So if knight c6, I might need to play knight f6, knight to f3 to defend the pawn. Okay, so knight f3, knight f3. There could be bishop g4. Could be bishop g4. Maybe I should throw a question to this bishop first. a3. If takes, I'm defending the pawn. If he backs up, I could play b5, but then he's attacking the pawn twice. But then I could play bishop e3. I don't really know. I could play bishop f5 actually. That pins the knight to the king, so there's no knight takes d4. That's tempting. If a6... If a6 I pretty much have to take the knight, but then his pawns are doubled. It's interesting. I'm going to go for it. So his knight's pinned to the king, so the d4 pawn is guarded for the moment because it can't be captured. If a6, I think I actually need to take the knight. Because if I play bishop a4, he plays b5. And once I come back to b3, then he can take the pawn with his knight. And I'll be down a pawn for nothing. But then, if he takes the pawn and I take this pawn, if he plays queen takes knight, I play bishop takes bishop. In fact, that doesn't work. Because if I take the pawn, first he plays bishop takes bishop, I play queen takes, he plays queen takes knight in his upper piece. That would not be so good for me. Okay, just working through this position and trying to work out what's the best ideas. Okay, he decides to defend the knight. I still don't need to worry about this pawn. I could play knight f3 now, but then once again there's bishop g4, pinning the knight. I don't think I want to allow that. Maybe actually knight e2 is better. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for knight e2. Knight g to e2. Because then if bishop g4 I can play f3. Okay, so I can prepare to castle kingside next move. What else is going on in this position? Now once again, if a6 in this position, I now don't have to take the knight because I can back up. Because my knight on e2 is now defending my pawn on d4. Okay. Just working this through. So if black castles, I think I might just castle. There's no need to do anything else. If a6, bishop a4, maybe. If bishop d7 to break the pin, then he's probably preparing a6. But I don't really need to react until a6 happens, I think. So if bishop d7, maybe I just castle. If bishop d7, he's actually blocking off. I just had a thought. If bishop d7, he's blocking off his queen's connection to d5. Okay, and he hasn't played that, so he plays castles. I think I should just castle. I don't think I'm getting in trouble if I castle. Yes, a6, so now I have a decision. Bishop a4, or take the knight, or retreat. If I retreat, that might actually be a good idea. Retreating, I have pressure on h7. Although my pieces are a bit cramped. Okay, if I play bishop a4, he plays b5. I play bishop b3. I'm attacking this pawn for what will be a second time, but he's defending it for a second time. I could then have, what? I don't know. If I take the knight, he plays knight takes. I don't know. If I take the knight, knight takes knight. I don't think I want to give up the bishop pair. Bishop a4, b5, bishop b3, attacking this pawn for a second time. I'm giving him some expansion on the queen side. Do I want to do that? There's no need to keep the bishop on this a4 to e8 diagonal anymore, because there's no king or queen there to pin it against. So maybe I should just come back to d3. Yeah. I always got to be careful of this pawn though. If I play bishop d3 and he plays something like knight f5, it's not really a concern, or is it? I don't know. Is it best to just take the knight? I have to make a decision pretty quickly. Take the knight, knight takes. Then maybe attack this bishop. Decisions. Okay, is this bishop going to be useful to me in the long run? Maybe that's a question. I don't know. I'm going to play back. I'm down to just under 5 minutes. So, in fact, he doesn't actually have knight f5. Okay, because my bishop is on f5. So knight f5 is not really an option. I'll just take if it comes to that. In fact, I could even play bishop e3, but then he takes the knight on c3. I play c takes, so maybe have the b file. It's all sort of double-edged, and that is a very peculiar move. Can't I just play f3? Is there anything wrong with playing f3? I do not see what that move is doing. It pins my knight, but that's the whole reason why I played knight g to e2, so I can follow up with f3. Unless I'm playing this too hastily. I think I've just gained a tempo. Now, my position is still a bit cramped. I want to open up the position, but now I can play knight e4, attacking the bishop again. I think I get the bishop pair with this move. I see no reason to not play it. It also attacks d5. Knight to f4. So what does this bishop do? Okay, I don't want to trade my bishop. I think I should trade my knight, but if I take with the bishop, he takes with the pawn, he opens up the f file. I gotta retreat my knight. No, I don't. It's guarded by my bishop. I think I just take with the knight. I'm down to under 4 minutes. So now what are some logical moves? Rook e1. Okay, so I've opened up the f file for him, but rook e1. Maybe attack this bishop first. Let's attack this bishop. I'm down to 3.5 minutes. I've got to speed up a little bit. Okay, attack it again. He goes here, and then this pawn might become a problem. I don't know if I want to deal with that. Attack it again looks good though. Bishop here, attacking this pawn. Maybe bishop. I think I should just get my rook on the open file first. Let's just do this. And then maybe b4 next move. Oh, I just dropped a pawn. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was a blunder. Let's just play b4. Now I actually got to move my king. I got to move my king. Because he could be moving his knight to open up a checking possibility, but I got pressure on his knight. I've got pressure on his pawn. Interesting. Play here. That looks good. Hold on. Come on. Think. Bishop here. Okay, so I have a threat, I think, to capture this knight and then capture this knight. So I think maybe h6 is needed. I might just trade. So my threat is to play bishop takes knight, then after like pawn or rook takes, then play bishop takes knight here. So he'll probably spot this and play h6. And then what's a follow-up? No, he just defends. But now I play bishop takes knight. He has to play pawn takes. Bishop takes knight, he plays pawn takes. I can actually take this pawn now. I can take this pawn. Queen can't take, knight's pinned. In fact, I take here, rook takes, queen takes, take this pawn, attacking the queen, attacking the bishop. I think I'm going to do that. Takes, 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 takes. Or just takes. I think I want to get pieces off. So I'm going to take here. I'm also down on time, so if I get to a simple position, everything is probably going to be okay. So I've got my pawn back. I'm attacking the queen. I'm attacking the bishop. If I get the bishop off, maybe I can hold a draw in this position. In fact, I've got knight takes and pawn takes and then queen check and then grab this pawn. Right, he wants a trade. Okay, if I take here, he takes, takes, takes. I'm going to do it anyway, I think. Oh. Okay, so I think I want to just get my pieces activated. Get my rook doing something. I've got 1.5 minutes, he has 3 minutes. Okay, I may need to play h3 at some point to give my king an escape square. And I'm going to play this first, so I'm possibly threatening rook here. There is no rook here to guard it. So I may have queen e7 check as a possibility. Could play this check. Maybe I should just play g3 first. So now queen c4 check maybe is possible. Don't really know what that does. He still doesn't have rook e8, but he has rook d8. I'll play this check just to burn some time. I gotta hurry. It's gotta be said, I gotta hurry. Okay, and let's play this. If he wants to trade, in fact, rook here doesn't work right now because I get this pawn. Okay, and he's defending against that, so maybe he wants to play rook there. Thinking. Go queen's off, and I'll just king position. I got 40 seconds. I have to hurry. I have to hurry. I really have to hurry. So what's he going to do with his rook? Are we going to have a big trade? If he plays rook e8, I'm just going to take. I could play queen d4 check and get the queens off. That's another option. Although it does break up my pawns a little bit. Oh. Let's go here. I need to guard this pawn. It's actually queen d4 check if he doesn't play rook d8. But now I've actually got queen e6 check. Let's just get the queens off, please. I've got 30 seconds and I need to hurry. Now I'm defending that pawn. I'm going to get my king up, defend this pawn. If he plays check, I'll just move my king over. Let's just close up this. Okay, that's fine. Draw. I'm going to defend some stuff. Defend this pawn. Get rooks off, maybe. Don't mouse slip. Whatever you do. What's he got planned? Oh, I just blundered a pawn. That wasn't good. Maybe have this check to look forward to. Then king position. Then grab this pawn here. "12 seconds. I'm not even going to think, I'm just going to grab that pawn. Oh, that comes with check. I think I'm beat. That comes with check as well. Oh, I dropped my rook. Okay. It's probably time to resign. Yeah, it's time to resign. Okay, I blundered right at the end there in time pressure. But that was a good game. Good game. Was it actually a draw? It probably was, but it's blundered in time pressure. The French defense, I don't know much about this line. In fact, I pretty much don't know a damn thing about it. So I got the bishop pair. I don't think that really helped though. I dropped a pawn, but I got my pawn back with this. Got the bishop, and 3 on 3. This is a draw really. But I guess I just misplayed it. Maybe c4. But then rook here. So maybe c4 here. It's probably just a draw. Where did I go wrong? Probably shouldn't have given him queen d2. And I probably should not have even broken up my pawns like that. With this queen check. Probably should have kept my pawns together. May have had more chances of holding a draw with my pawns together. And some time pressure stuff happened here, and I allowed his rook to get in. So which was the mistake in this bit? Okay, I shouldn't have given him rook c1 check. Yes, this was a mistake. Maybe rook here is better. But this just meant that he is now going to be up a pawn. And now this is losing for me, I think. And just time pressure, and I blundered my rook in the end. Yeah, I guess for some reason I thought that the g2 pawn wasn't guarded by his rook. Well, thanks for checking out this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!